Hello everyone and welcome back to Train to Pop 5. Today we are back on the Cardiff City Network route and we are in the Class 150 Sprinter today. This is a recycled, upgraded, modernized, whatever you like to call it, train off of the infamous West Cornwall local route. In fact, the 150 on West Cornwall local is so bad that I avoid driving it if possible, and I just use the Just Trains Pacer in the chocolate and cream livery. This, however, this 150 is significantly better. It's gotten some significant upgrades thanks to the Dovetail team, and also just today, just a couple of hours ago at the time of recording, received a substantial update through just a normal patch. So it's got new, and I think like the most notable thing in the patch is like new engine external sounds, which is much appreciated since the engine sounds are not that good on this unit to begin with. So yeah, let's hop in, get started. So, master key, reverser, doors. We don't need to change the destination blind because it's digital and it's set automatically for us. Marker lights on, instruments on, tail lights off, headlights to right hand side, left hand side is for nighttime. Compressor speed up, we don't need that. Anything else? Where's the circuit breaker panel? Is that it? Aha! That's what I thought. So we've got something called EBS, which is an... There we go. Let's see, is there anything else I need to interact with? Okay, so let's have a look at the cabin. Fully modernized cabin, by the way. Like, it's a completely different cabin to the one that we get on WCL. Literally, the only reason I got West Cornwall local is for another place to run the Pacer and also for layering for Preston's Carlisle and Blackpool branches. I mean, the horn's not too bad. So right, we're at Heath High Level. We're heading down to Cogan, one of those two. Oh, one thing I should not forget is open the windows so we can get the engine audio. Alright, so what are the brakes currently in? Step 1, right. Since it's a pretty warm hit today here, a pretty warm day today in Blighty. Actually no, it's too loud, I'll probably turn it off. Okay, we have got a sounder. Next stop, Cardiff Queen Street in 2.5 miles. Oh, forgot to turn the wipers on. That's my bad. Ooh, the sounder has a sound to it. Like, you can hear it sounding. There's the Corriton branch joining in from the right. One thing I do like about the 150 on this route is that it's considerably more powerful than the Class 153, so it does have a bit more welly to it. I think that's a 150? Yeah, it is. Also, another thing I prefer about this version of the 150 is it has the modern smoke effects that Just Trains did for the 101, the 47, and the 08 on Preston Carlisle. Full speed ahead. Oh. Yeah, by the way, in the achievements it's showing up as LNR. That stands for that's London North Western Railway, and you'd be thinking, hang on, we don't have a Class 150 in LNWR livery in this game. And you'd be right, no, we don't. It's actually a mod. It's part of the enhancement pack for this route. Enhancement pack for, West Coast Mainline South. What am I saying? And it basically adds an LNWR livery for the West Cornwall Local 150, so it can run the St Albans Abbey branch line services. AI only, of course. We can't actually go down there in game, which is annoying. Which we can't, because we can do that in TS Classic. Another thing I do like about this 150 is dynamic suspension and guard mode. I love guard mode. I like guard mode. Dynamic suspension just vastly increases the realism. Alright, 900 yards to Cardiff Queen Street, and we seem to be running early. Don't think the game expected us to be running full speed right at the start. Can't believe I'm only on 24 frames a second. My computer seriously needs an upgrade. Yeah, we'll be running slow from here until what's that station called? I can't remember. Grangetown, that's it. Because, yeah, the whole section around Cardiff is like a slow area for some reason. Alright. Coming into Cardiff Queen Street, 2.5 minutes early. Now, that's what I call efficiency. Also, with today's patch, this will probably be vastly outdated for anyone who's watching this more than a week in the future. But for anyone who is watching this video right after it comes out, one of the big surprises, along with today's patch update, was the news that we are getting an expansion pack for the Thomas and Friends add-on for the West Somerset Railway. We're getting a 3-part story, and we're also going to get a... we're also going to get a LBSC, I think it is. Something like that. Livery for Thomas. So he can appear as he was in his original condition. Alright, we're here for the next 2 minutes, so we might as well do some exploring. Ah! I just shut myself in. Just shut myself in. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's the private... Oh, that's the private door. Right. Is this a route map? Yes, it is. Oh, are you a collectible? No, you're just an asset. Another 150 over here. I like the fake movie posters. I like how they're like poking fun at poking fun. Thames Estuary. Could that be a teaser for something? I don't know. Why are they advertising Barbados? There aren't any railways on Barbados. Maybe that's the point. Haha. Oh, hello. Oh, what are these things? Must be a collectible of some kind. Wonder where this chap's going. He is heading to Treherbert from Cardiff Central. Alright, we do have 40 seconds until we're supposed to leave, so let's hop into our little unit and get started. Alright. Shut the door, please. And let's do this door. I just wish that these improvements for the 150 applied to the West Cornwall local version as well. But then, I suppose that wouldn't be realistic since this is like a modernized version of the 150 rather than a older version, but who knows. Right, 0.6 miles to Cardiff Central. Wonder why my frames are so low today. Probably because it's warm weather in the UK here. Well, it looks like there's a 153 heading to Heath High Level. Goodness gracious. Alright, better start slowing down. So yeah, that little track off to our left, that branch line heading straight, that is actually the branch line to Cardiff Bay. There's a 153. That's definitely my favorite train on this route. The 153 is most definitely better than the 150 because it was made by Dovetail and it wasn't made by Rivet and then upgraded by Dovetail. Though, to be fair though, Rivet actually made a large chunk of this route. Dovetail did subcontract a lot of this route work to Rivet Games. I've heard, just hearsay. I haven't seen anything to confirm or deny that, but it's definitely a change from running on West Cornwall Local, because on West Cornwall Local you're running pretty fast most of the time, except if you're on the St. Ives branch, of course. But yeah, this is actually really nice. Right. 400 yards to Cardiff Central. Oh my goodness, my frame rate. Why is it only at 17 frames? My computer's dying, man. Alright. I mean, this is playable, but only just. My computer is in a serious need of an upgrade, man. Alright. Looks as though we have a single yellow signal coming up. The only good thing my computer runs well these days are Star Trek Online and Roblox. Full stop. Alright, we're here for the next minute, so let's have a bit of a look around, why don't we? Oh. HST coming in. I want to see if I can find some collectibles in this area. There's got to, yeah, they've got to have hidden some collectibles. Yeah, there we go. More Welsh cakes down the hatch. Please tell me working lift. Wait, what? A lot of the stations here actually have working lifts, which is nice, but it seems it's weirdly inconsistent. Like, some lifts work, some don't, and I don't know why. HST 150. Next stop, Grangetown in 0.7 miles. So, yeah, Cogan's down here. There's Penarth. So, what stops have we got left? Grangetown and Cogan, however you pronounce it. Someone who's actually from Cardiff and has knowledge of these matters, please let me know down in the comments, because I hate mispronouncing things when I'm driving trains around. One thing I don't like about Cardiff City Network, though, this is a complaint I do have to make about this network in real life rather than the route itself, is just that you're needlessly restricted to such a slow velocity a lot of the time, which doesn't really seem A, necessary, B, like, just like, why? What's the point? Ooh, RHTT over there. Nice. Alright. Alright, we're now going a whopping 25 miles an hour. Though we do have a 20 limit coming up. Oh, I keep hitting B on my keyboard because that's the secondary horn button for Train Sim Classic. Ah, I've been playing too much TS Classic. 700 yards to go, and it looks as though it'll be clear up to 50 after Grange Town, which is nice. Yeah. Are any of the stuff back here? Okay, crew lights, cab lights. Okay. Looks like cab lights on by default for some reason. Interesting. I have a minute and a half to do 400 yards. Okay, my game seems to be running slightly better now that we're out of the densely packed Cardiff Central area. Oh, looks like there's another train at Grange Town. It is the Penarth to Corriton, which I suspect it's a 153? No, it's a 150. Sometimes it's hard to tell them apart. They're both a members of the Sprinter family, so it is hard to tell them apart sometimes. Alright. Alright, arriving 45 seconds early. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this might be a tad of an overshoot. Yeah, there we go. That was an overshoot. Do we have a working lift here? Or is it just a ramp? Yeah, it's just a ramp. It's a bit interesting how this station is set up. I often feel like this route was Dovetail's attempt to try to make another route like Cathcart Circle, like rather short, non-linear passenger commuter surfaces, but I think they, not to the extent of Cathcart Circle's success, but I do feel like they pulled this off pretty nicely. As a diesel only Cathcart Circle, this is a really nice route. Apart from the occasional transparent trees, but that'd just be my computer. Who knows? Oh, looks like sun's poking a bit through. Alright. Oh, there's another train coming in. It is the Barry Island to Bargoed. Alright, we can finally get up to some semblance of speed. 50 limit kicking in any moment now. Goodness gracious. Right, on the plus side, my frame rate does seem to be improving the further away we get it from Cardiff Central, which is good, I suppose. Right, last stop, Cogan, whatever, in 1.1 miles. Dynamic suspension, I never realized I wanted it until we got it, because it just adds a little extra element of realism that I think was definitely needed in this game. But then there are some cases where it doesn't really add to realism, like adding dynamic suspension to Thomas and Diesel didn't exactly enhance their realism, but that wasn't really the point, was it? Alright, shut it off. Get notch one of brakes on. I think this is the first... Yeah, this is the first time I've gone down the Kogan branch. I wonder where that line goes off to. No, sorry, that's the Penarth branch. My bad. And here we go, here's Coggin. Not too long a branch, I must say, off. The train will then continue off the map to Barry Island. That's the one. Wait a minute. I thought that person was floating. Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell Rivet Games has been here. That, goodness gracious, that bus asset is a Rivet Games asset. I've never seen it on anything other than a Rivet Games or Rivet subcontracted route. Shutting doors. Gold medal. Wait, it didn't give me any points for using the safety systems? Excuse me? Oh, that's... I got platinum. 100% I got platinum. But anyway, so yeah, that is all for this video, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching.